Central Texas is growing, which means there's subdivisions like this one tucked away in Salado, Texas, popping up all over the place. Join me in Drake's Landing as I sit down with Jubilee Homes to highlight their gorgeous builds here in Drake's Landing. I am sitting down today with my friend and fellow realtor, Bradley Johnston, who represents Jubilee Homes here in Central Texas. I've actually gotten the joy of working with Bradley from day one in our real estate careers.
Yep.
So we've both been agents for over 4 years now.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Time flies.
It does. It's fast.
So when I bring you to Jubilee Homes, I am going to promise you're in good hands because you're working with Bradley.
Woohoo.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and Jubilee Homes.
Yeah. So been in real estate 4 years again, like you already said. And I have been representing Jubilee Homes for about the last year. And Jubilee Homes has been building homes in and around Bell County since 1987. Started with the dad. Dad passed the business to the daughter. The daughter and her husband, Kyle, so Catherine and Kyle, are running Jubilee Homes. So family-owned business since 1987, Bell County and surrounding areas.
And I love that. I actually also know the Halfmans, and they're phenomenal. So you're getting a builder that has been building here in the Central Texas area for a really long time. Mm-hmm. So they know the area, they build a quality home, and you're working with people that are just genuinely good people.
Yeah.
And I love getting to highlight a builder like Jubilee because I know the people that they're getting to work with, like you and Catherine and Kyle, and you just take care of the people that are buying your homes. Yeah. And I absolutely love that about
family-owned business, right? You don't have a chance to mess up. So you got to take care of your clients. You only get one shot. So.
You truly do. So as we were walking through the houses in Drake's Landing, I noticed this outdoor kitchen that y'all are doing in this particular house. And I absolutely love it because I'm all about outdoor space and being able to enjoy it with your family and entertain. And we've actually done another video on Jubilee in their Hubbard Branch subdivision, so you can check that out right here. But this isn't something that was in Hubbard Branch.
Correct.
So tell me some of what you're gonna get on the exterior of a Jubilee home overall if you're building with them, specifically on what's offered here in Drake's Landing.
6-foot privacy fencing, in-ground zoned irrigation, full sod, front and back is kind of just standard, right, for all builds. And then out here in Drake's, the things that are different at Drake's Landing here in Salado is we actually are doing metal post. That's per the neighborhood. So most of the time we do just 4x4 cedar post on the fencing, but this will have metal post on the fence. Nice. If the back patio is large enough, we are doing an outdoor kitchen. So we'll have granite countertop. The slab will be, it might match the kitchen, it might be something different, but we'll have a granite slab on here with the built-in stainless steel grill with a door for your propane tanks. So this will be something neat and fun. Yep. And then most of the Drake's Landing's lots that we have out here have native oak trees already on them, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
We normally supply trees and landscaping in the front if there's no trees already on the property.
Nice.
However, this lot has quite a few trees, so we're only going to add some in the front. But full...
I want to highlight that in Drake's Landing, as well as you did this in Hubbard Branch too. Like you guys leave the natural landscaping where a lot of builders go in and completely scrape it. So you don't have any trees that are mature on your lot. It's brand new. But here it actually adds some character to your property.
Yeah, we try to design or pick a floor plan that will fit on the lot by removing as little trees as possible.
I love that Jubilee does that because not all builders are going to do that.
Yeah.
On this particular floor plan, you can see that it features a wraparound countertop with this gorgeous wine rack, quartz countertops, and a custom backsplash. Every Jubilee that you have is going to have different features throughout the neighborhood so that no two homes are identical. This one also is going to be a double oven with a microwave off to the side of the range. So you have plenty of space to entertain, cook, everything that you would enjoy in this gorgeous kitchen. So one of the other things walking through the homes here in Drake's Landing that I noticed are there's this. So tell me about some of the other features that you have, because this is really, really amazing.
It's a big window, isn't it?
It's huge.
It's about 8 foot wide.
Oh my gosh.
So picture windows is a thing. So this is one piece of glass. We do this in most of the Salado homes that have an open concept living dining combo.
Okay.
So that is one of the things that we do a little bit different here in Salado. We can do this in other builds in other neighborhoods. It's just kind of an upgrade, right?
Yeah.
To make it a little bit fancier. It's all floor plan dependent, but if we can add a pitch to the roof and do a beam, then we'll do that. We typically stain it the same color as the floor, so this one has a beam in it. Also in the interior, since we have taller exterior walls, higher ceiling heights, we do taller upper cabinets in the kitchen.
Nice.
So rather than your standard height, I think those are closer to 40 inches instead of 36, so a little bit taller uppers.
Okay.
And then we can still do paint grade cabinets or like naughty altar stained cabinets, so we can do both of those on the interior.
So I love walking through this house and actually all the homes that I've seen here in Drake's, because I've gotten the chance to walk through all of them at this point. I love the height, the 9-foot ceilings that you guys have in these houses, the vault with the beams. It adds so much character to your floor plans that I really, really like it. Give me a little bit of information on the floor plans. What are our floor plan options and square footage sizes, things like that here at Drake's Landing?
So in Drake's Landing, we are doing 3-car garages on all houses.
Yes.
Yep. So if a buyer only wanted a 2-car and they wanted to pick a vacant lot to build, we could do a 2-car, but standard feature is 3-car garage on all of our houses. We currently have 3 houses under construction, 2 vacant lots available for to be built. The house sizes that are under construction right now are 1,900 to 2,100 square feet.
Okay.
The pricing is around $223 a square foot, so you can kind of do the math on that. And I believe 2 of them are 4-bed. There's a 4-bed 3-bath, a 4-bed 2.5 bath, and then there's a 3 2.5. So different sizes. All 3 of the ones that we have on the market currently are all different floor plans.
Okay. So I know in the other video that we've talked about with Hubbard Ranch that when you come to Jubilee, you can alter some of your floor plans depending on the construction process.
Correct.
So with the 3 that are already basically done here in Drake's Landing as of January 2026, you're not going to be able to make any revisions on that as far as the floor plan.
Correct.
Now, if you were to pick one of the 2 lots that you still have available and do a to be built, you could make some modifications for those floor plans then.
Correct. Yeah, you could pick any floor plan out of our book and build it, as long as it fits within the setbacks of the lot itself.
Okay.
You could pick any floor plan and you could make subtle modifications. It's not, as long as it's not a major structural change, you can modify it.
So I know here in Drake's Landing, there's a couple of restrictions as far as like the home size. So you're going to be probably closer to that 2,000 square foot range because of what they require here in the neighborhood. Now I know Jubilee has a lot of floor plan options.
Correct.
So if I'm going to go sit down at your book and see your floor plans, how many do I get to pick from?
Oh, that's a tough question. 25 plus.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it might be a little bit less because I believe the square foot minimum out here is 1,650. So you can still, you can actually still build quite a small house out here. On average, though, we're building around 2,000 square footers.
Okay.
So you could pick probably, let's say 20. Let's say closer to 20 different floor plans, and then you can make it semi-custom, right? You can pick interior, exterior colors, floors, lighting, and kind of make it your own.
Awesome. Love that about Jubilee. One of my favorite features with Jubilee Homes is that all of their master bedrooms are going to have a tray ceiling with crown molding on it. Okay, so touching back on what you have currently available coming up in Drake's Landing, this one is in the process of being completed out right now. So we're getting to see the tile process here. Jubilee does tile floors throughout their entire house, which is one of my favorite things that they do because I don't like carpet.
No more carpet. I'm team no carpet.
I totally am too. So that's one of the things that they do. If we're building in Drake's Landing, what are we looking at time-wise until these are done? And then the lots that you have available if we were to come in and do a custom or to be built on them.
Yeah, so the ones that are currently under construction are, all three should be ready by spring 2026.
Okay, nice.
We have 2 lots available currently. We have 1 corner lot, no trees, and 1 more interior lot with a few mature trees on it.
Okay.
But from contract on lot to construction start to finish is about 5 to 6 months.
Okay.
Obviously weather dependent,
Yeah.
right? We can't control that. And it's also supply chain dependent. So
Okay.
windows, lumber, sheetrock, if anything like that gets thrown out of whack,
Yes.
then we have to wait for those guys.
Or
So,
if everything gets thrown out of whack, because we live in Central Texas and we all know that we get some lovely weather here sometimes.
thing that we do in Drake's Landing, in addition to some of our other new construction subdivisions, is we do add a water softener loop.
So as we walk down the street, I've noticed that the houses are all different. You're not in a cookie cutter neighborhood anymore.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So we, along with trying to change the way the front elevation looks, if we have 2 of the same floor plans, we always try to change at least the pitch of the roof or change the exterior stone and brick so that no 2 houses look alike.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you're right. Some of the pitch, I didn't even realize until you just said that, the pitch of the roof on that as
Yep.
well. I'm like, they look so different. And so it's not just the brick and stone that you're doing, you're also changing the roof pitch.
Yep.
That's creative. And I didn't even up on that until you actually mentioned it. I wasn't registering that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, you probably wouldn't have because all of these houses are actually all different floor plans. So
Yes.
there aren't any 2 similar right next to each other.
Yes.
But that's the little things that we can do just to make
Okay.
the neighborhood look new to everybody, right? You don't want
Yes.
everything to look the same.
I love it. And coming into a community like Salado, where it thrives on not being the same,
Yeah.
I think that that's a really important thing to bring in as a builder to ensure that you're building a home that meets Salado.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about Salado and why Jubilee decided to build in a unique community like this.
Yeah, so this was probably a step outside of Jubilee's comfort zone building in Salado because this is the first subdivision that we've been in Salado. But Salado is incredibly unique. It's still small town feel. They call themselves a village, right?
Yes,
It's
they
actually
do.
my hometown. I grew up here. As a crow flies, a half a
cool.
mile away. But yeah, small town vibe, lots of fun shopping, lots of fun restaurants, and it's a golf cart community, which is pretty cool, right?
Yes.
So that was kind of our push to do all homes 3-car garages so that people can have a golf cart. They can drive to downtown in under 5 minutes on a golf cart
Yes.
and be at the creek, be at bar or brewery, to all the restaurants. You know, you're at the corner of Main Street and Royal in less than 7 or 8 minutes on a golf cart.
Yes. And I love Salado. It's one of our favorite places to come and hang out and just enjoy because it is a unique place here in Central Texas. And so if you haven't explored Salado, I actually encourage you to go ahead and check it out because it is a fun little village
Yeah.
to see.
Events it seems like every weekend, right?
There's always something going on in Salado. There really truly is.
Yeah.
And then you also have Mill Creek, which is a huge golf course.
Yep.
And so we've gotten to golf on it a couple of times. I just love Salado.
Yeah,
So,
it's great.
All right. So now that we've kind of touched on everything that Jubilee brings to the table as far as a build, let's talk about actually doing a deal. So obviously I'm a realtor, you're a realtor.
Yes.
But you're going to be representing Jubilee as the builder agent. And so what is their perspective on working with other realtors if I'm going to bring you a buyer?
We prefer to work with other realtors. It's always best to have a buyer be represented by somebody like Kyla, and it's always best for the builder to be represented by somebody like me as the listing agent.
I think that that's exactly the way it should be.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, especially with the changes we have going on right now, everything that's happened in the last couple of years in the real estate industry, that I appreciate that Jubilee has that stance.
Yeah.
Because it should be that a buyer has representation in a transaction. And I think a lot of people don't realize that if you're going to a builder and using strictly that builder, you're actually unrepresented in that transaction.
Yeah.
And so you should have somebody that is explaining things and protecting you in that transaction as your agent.
Yeah, and we can't represent our client's best interest when we have 2 clients, right?
Exactly.
So I have to represent Jubilee in their best interest. You have to represent your buyer in their best interest, and we have to keep those relationships separate.
Yes, we do. So I think that's an important thing that we should talk a little bit more about in the industry sometimes. So I wanted to make sure we highlighted that in our conversations today. If I bring a buyer to you, they're already working with me, we're already working with a lender. How does that work? Does Jubilee have a preferred lender they work with, or are they just kind of open to working with whoever the client wants,
Yes,
the buyer wants to work with?
Yeah, we have 3 preferred lenders. They're all on the website under lenders, but it's Tanya Allen at Fairway Mortgage, Jimmy Alexander at SWBC, and either 2 of the lenders at Cadence Bank. So
Okay.
Caleb Smith or Nancy Romph. By going with a preferred lender, we can guarantee that they'll offer a 1% lender credit. That's 1% of the financed amount.
Okay.
However, most lenders, if your buyer has a specific lender, most of them will match that if our lenders are offering it. So it's just a matter of you letting your buyer's lender know
Yeah.
that, hey, if they go with somebody else, there's a concession, right?
Yeah. And I think that's great. Like the lenders you're working with already are actually lenders that are on my list of preferred lenders that I'm sending to my clients anyways, because they're local lenders.
Yeah.
So you're getting a local lender and you're getting a local builder. Everybody's here in the community. Everybody is very knowledgeable of the things that we have here. And so what other things do you have? What other things is Jubilee going to cover when it comes to closing, like survey and
just
title
builder
and
concessions.
things like that? Yeah.
Yeah. So the builder concessions are 3%. So that 3% can be used to to cover your closing cost.
Okay.
Or you can use it to buy down the interest rate. So whatever your buyer prefers. So if they're cash tight, maybe use it to cover closing cost. If they have money, they can use those concessions to buy the rate down. So you can use it a couple different ways.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and so we also, the builder also covers the survey and the title policy. So those 2 items alone are probably an additional $3 to $4 grand, depending on the cost of the house, right?
Exactly. And it does, those things add up. And so one of the things that you touched on that I think, again, is an important conversation to be having, especially in the market we're in right now, where people are seeing so many things on national headlines regarding interest rates. Yes, they have come down from where they were last year, but they're still higher historically than what our generation especially has seen. And so I think that people underestimate what a rate buy down can do on their monthly mortgage payment. And so the fact that Jubilee is willing to do that is significant and definitely a conversation to be had with buyers looking at buying a home.
Yeah, and we advertise those concessions where some builders don't advertise them. They're there if you ask for them.
Exactly.
But we advertise it to all of them. So
Want more information on Jubilee Homes? Book a call in the link below. We'll have a one-on-one call to find the perfect build for you. Not quite ready to chat? Check out this other video that I made featuring Jubilee in their Hubbard Branch subdivision in Belton, Texas. You can also subscribe to my channel. I'm doing one-on-one interviews like this with over 40 home builders here in Central Texas to bring vital information to buyers like you so that you can pick the builder that is perfect for you.